Yeah, welcome back to the Wild West podcast. It's episode 2, part 2. So a question I have for everyone is, obviously, we work outside. Oh my gosh.
Bro, why?
Why you get out?
I'm always there, bro.
Bro, hey.
I can't look that
done
way.
the intro.
I didn't do nothing. Bro, it's him, bro. It's him, bro. The man's crying, bro. The man's crying, bro.
Why do you?
Why are you crying?
He looks like, yeah, you know the Michael Jordan meme.
Why are you crying, bro? No, I can't lie.
Alright, people, we did it like. Bro, we did it.
what's going on?
It's mad. It's actually mad. I can't run it.
Okay, no.
No. Wait, what I'm saying, yeah? You were there. You giggled.
Because I looked at you.
Why are you looking at me? For I didn't look at none of you.
Okay,
camera, bro.
Sorry.
Look at the camera.
I'm just freestyling like to just, you know what I mean?
Like, I can't got my composure back still. Safe.
What? Turn your phone off.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Fair, I didn't even clock it.
Sorry.
Cool, go.
Alright, cool.
You are now listening to the Wild West podcast with Camz, Flavz, Jaden, Twigz, and YS.
Welcome back to the Wild West podcast. This is episode 2, part 2. So I have a question for you, man. Yeah. Obviously, you work in it. Yo, so, bro, why are you smiling, G? Bro, why? It's rude already, bro. You may as well laugh.
You know what I'm saying?
Why is it?
Man said you might work in it.
Bro,
What am I gonna say though? You might work in it.
bro, I'm trying to fluidly lean into the
Nah,
question.
my bum, bro.
I'm just trying to lean into it, bro.
Don't start from the beginning.
That's
Just
more
kinda
violent,
cut.
bro.
That makes sense.
No, it won't make sense in the edit, bro.
Alright, cool, go.
bro.
Cool, ready, yeah? So, welcome back to the Wildest podcast. This is episode 2, part 2. Obviously, a lot of the viewers are around our age, innit? So, some people start uni, trying to balance enjoyment whilst working hard. How have you, man, been able to balance that? Like, the work outside balance?
Okay, elaborate a bit more.
So, obviously, you're working, but you still want to have enjoyment, still want to have time for extracurricular activities. How have you been able to balance that?
Discipline.
Yeah.
With me, it's definitely discipline. If I wanna, I make sure I wake up before work, so obviously in the AMs. I have my own routine. I'm gonna exercise. Make sure I get in the shower. Make sure I eat. Everything's set for like a time. Probably like 10, 20 minute intervals before I actually have to leave.
Yeah.
So what, you have a plan basically?
Yeah. So literally, but it's like you can have a plan, but a plan's nothing if you don't stick to it. So that's what I'm saying. Discipline. So you know, a month you're gonna just jog straight, and then the next month, 2 weeks in, that Saturday you're gonna go Jaye.
Yeah.
That's true. Because, I feel like, you see, like, up until the point when you leave uni or whenever you leave education, the structure's kind of always been provided for you. Because you know what time you have to go to school or go to your first lesson. Yeah. So you know what time you have to wake up. You know it's going to finish, so you know when you're going to be done and have time to go outside. You know when this work is due, so you know when you're going to be able to party and da-da-da-da. But when you leave and that's not there, you have to create your own structure, and then the discipline part is actually sticking to it. Because have you ever found yourself sometimes like you'll do it for a week, you might fall off.
But then don't uni kind of like help you with that anyway? When you go to uni, you kind of got to do your own thing more time anyway.
No, but you still have structure though.
Yeah, you still got a schedule of you got 9 a.m. lectures.
Don't that really build you then?
Your own thing is making that assignment.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
So it's like you going to work, you saying that's my assignment too, or that's my lecture. See, so I start at this time,
Good example.
finish at you know what I mean?
So if it's kind of just structured to like how things.
So what time do you start work?
8:30.
So you're gonna wake up at like 6 a.m. Do you get it? That's like your lecture. See, 8:30.
Bro, we'll eat after, bro.
Hungry are we?
We'll eat after, bro.
Okay, no. Yeah, so you wake up at 6. Make sure that by 7:45 or 7 o'clock, you're done. Yeah. So then you can now focus on getting to work.
Yeah.
But you know what you were saying, doesn't that like kind of help them? You would think so, but you have to remember the structure, they didn't plan the structure themselves. Maybe they disciplined themselves a little bit to actually get there, or they did it because they have to, and they know if they don't, they'll get in trouble. But when you're outside, it's just you, there's no one making sure that you're there. Like, I feel like the first time people kind of experienced that was at uni, because lectures don't care if you're there or not, innit?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't go to lectures. So you see how the fall off happened?
Yeah.
So I feel like even though the structure's in place, because it's not them that's put the structure there, regardless of if they've been showing up or not, when it's not up to them to make the structure and discipline aside at the same time, sometimes some people can't do it. Do you get?
Okay, cool. I was gonna say this, yeah. You see how you said people will be like on it for like a week,
Yeah.
and then after that they'll probably like be a bit lazy, get knocked off their grind. How would you lot say is the best way to boost yourself back up, get back into that mode, basically?
You know what helps, man. For me, it depends. I can't lie. I think it just depends with everyone. Well, depends with obviously on. So I don't know what I got in my mouth is just moving mad. So pause. I think it just depends. Yeah. So I was malfunctioning. I think it just depends on everyone else in it. Like for me, it's almost there where I can motivate myself by like, cool, if I look at my business here and something that pops up, like, oh, a letter might pop up or something, it's like, well, that will motivate me to like, cool, let me just do better with my business. That makes sense. Little things like triggers like motivations, that makes sense. So for instance, if I went gym one time and I see it, oh, mom's kind of looking bold, now them things there, I'm gonna go again. I'm trying to say it. So that kind of like motivates, man, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
What about you? How would you, let's say you just fell off 1 week, but you need to get back on your grind. How would you like motivate yourself to be like, cool?
For me, I'll say like the minute, because you lot work as well, innit? You lot all got your own grind. So I'll look at you, man. That cool. I'll see like, yeah, you man are putting in the work, like not giving up. So I'll say, like, yeah, bro, like man needs to just get back to it.
Yeah,
and also
kind of ask yourself like, what am I
also
doing?
Obviously because I kickball, innit? Like someone's kickball, like the athletes that we follow on Instagram and that, they're pretty much training every other day, innit? Yeah. So we kind of look at that for motivation and say, yeah, like bro, like I gotta go hard in it. So,
but then it doesn't always work like that though. More time, like cool. For instance, you might see someone Insta working hard, and you're thinking, yeah, cool, I gotta do my thing. But for like someone else, they might think, oh, cool, look at him working so hard and that, this and that. I wish I was like that. And I'm trying to say, kind of feeling sorry for themselves. I'm trying to say. So if they don't really feel, I feel like it has come from within, innit? And I'm trying to say, if you don't have that within, then you're gonna struggle a lot. And I'm trying to say it. You have to build yourself first to actually get to that point before you even start trying to motivate yourself.
I get what you're saying.
I'm trying to say it.
I also think you got what's the word? You also got to know who you're doing it for as well, innit?
Yeah.
So the reason why. The reason why.
So like,
purpose, man.
obviously us men are doing it for ourselves, but we're also doing it for our family, innit? Like our parents. So that's why we drink. So
no, but I don't think when people be like, oh, like, I'm doing it for myself, I don't actually feel like people actually know their own purpose. Yeah. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Most people chase money, but if you actually look at it, money, numbers don't go. It's unlimited. So what are you gonna do? Chase it forever?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
within yourself, find your purpose, and like I said, everything else will fall in place.
Facts.
Yeah, it's true stuff.
I mean, for me, I say it's my circle that motivates me.
Yeah. So a bit like Flavio about friends,
Because like I look at my circle as people that are close to me. So then, if I'm seeing what you lot are doing, it's motivating me to achieve what I can actually do myself. Because like there were some days like, bro, I was down. But look at the man I'm saying here, the man that were going, they were all being there, the man that were going football, the man that were going work, and they're still happy. Why am I like, what's stopping me from doing that? So you didn't get that like extra drive. It's like, if that man can do it, I can join them and do it.
100.
Well, what do you think, before obviously looking at your circle and whatnot, what do you think like made you stop? Like circumstances, what kind of events probably happened? Obviously I'm not going to get too
I'll say like personal circumstances. Like I'm someone, I don't tell a lot of people my shit. Yeah. Just how I've been. I think so how I grew up as well. Like when you're at home, everything's at home. Yeah. So me, I'll look at me like, yeah, I'll sort it out myself. I won't ask for advice. I won't ask for this. So I think that in a sense kind of knocks me down because like I'm now waiting for myself to give myself an answer for something else where I could get like say, well, even to give me an opinion, you should then give me an answer to find the answer quicker. But go on. So I say personal experiences could say knock me down, but then also at the end of the time I look at me like I shouldn't let it knock me down anymore. I should now use that as fuel to boost me back up.
Yeah, but I say other advantages of like having a circle like me personally, like, I actually care about my people. So you get it? I'm not saying no one else does, or
Yeah.
you man don't. But it's a thing where, let's say if you were going through those personal problems, like use your circle. Don't just look at them as motivation. Like, actually speak to them. That person could have that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, as in their opinion.
You know what I'm trying to say?
But I don't know. Like for me personally, this is how I've been in it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm slowly getting out of that. But it's like it's gonna take me a lot more time to then be like to the man them that, oh yeah, this is what I'm going through. 21.
Exactly, bro. Long journey to go.
But
you're still in the process.
That's what I'm saying. But what I would say though,
don't
recently, I would say it's now like, what we in July, so that's 7 months.
Yeah.
So like the first 4 months, probably the roughest 4 months of my life that I've ever seen. Like I don't know if you men have noticed that in them first, you hardly heard me. Or like,
it's right.
I've been in a group chat chatting, but I wasn't myself.
It's a bit,
So it's like, I used that time to like sit down and be like, oh, now I know what life is actually like. So like, I feel like that kind of helped me mature and helped me find my motivation to then go and do what I can actually do.
Yeah.
So I
agree with you still. Sorry to cut you, but I agree with you still. 'Cause I feel like everyone needs that moment. Yeah. Like for me, I realised that this is real now. Like I was saying in my obviously in the previous episode, go watch the previous episode if you haven't watched it. What to call it? You might went uni and that. I didn't go uni in it, so everything switched on. It's time to switch on now.
Yeah.
Got me like peas, this and that. You know what I mean? When you get your comments now, like obviously your mum saying, "Oh, are you gonna find a job? Like find your work and whatnot." And for me, it's like cool. I feel like if you don't have a purpose, if you don't know your purpose, you struggle like to obviously.
It's a loop.
Like I'm trying to say, like you just feel like you're doing the same shit differently.
You might go up, progress, and then you're back to where you started, and it's just like.
That's what I'm saying. But I feel like people get stuck in the cycle, the rat race as it was called, innit? And I'm trying to say, like, I feel like people just get stuck in the cycle, because they don't know what their purpose is, innit? So it's like just go work, go home, go work, go home. Like there's nothing. Do it. And I'm trying to say, but there's actually more life than that.
A lot of people don't know their purpose until like that their time clicks, type of thing.
The penny drops,
But then it's weird because I feel like I don't know my purpose. Then 1 minute I don't know.
Yeah,
it comes and
that
goes,
does happen.
So like I feel like it really does depend on the person. Innit? I'm trying to say. But like I was saying before, like what were you saying? So where you were saying, oh, you was like down in the dumps and whatnot, innit? I feel like I would see that as like before back in the day I would be upset about that, if that makes sense. That happened to me, but it's them was like now I see it as like positive.
Now I say as a positive because if for them, as I said, sorry to cut you again, but for them 4 months to like 6 months, I've done a lot more in that time to make me think we're like, if I can do this then, why can't I do it normally?
That's what I'm trying to say. I remember that's where you actually build on yourself. You play, that's what I'm saying. For me, it's like that's a time to actually build on yourself, and I'm say, and actually realize what I actually want. I'm trying to say, and a lot of people will not know. Like you won't know your purpose until obviously, like you're saying, that time comes. I'm trying to say, you're not gonna know you. Like I thought, I was one of them kids. I'll be like, when I'm 18, I'll have my yard, I'll have my whip, gonna be doing that, this and that.
Life has different outcomes.
Everyone's journey is different.
That did not happen to you still, but so
because even when you said about the last episode, like we talk about education, like bro, earlier I could have dropped out of uni, but I said nah, I didn't come all this way. Even though I had circumstances, I'm not gonna let that define me. So I actually use the circumstances and uni, be like, I'm gonna achieve what I want.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, same.
You see the little times where you're probably down. You might think, this is it, this is the end, or you just feel trapped. You just at the end of the day, if you're down, like the only way is up.
It's true.
It's true.
You gotta just look up. I don't know, maybe brainstorm, and you finally start climbing up again. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. But you know what it is though, relating back to the first point you made and what you just said, with like times you were down. You see when it's like that, some people like they won't even know what you're going through. Because I'll be real, the worst time of my life to everybody else will probably look like the littest. Because for me personally anyway, the worst time of my life was when I was at uni. The whole period through. Obviously there were good moments, but what I was dealing with was the maddest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. Like the switch up of what happened between the months before I ended up going uni and then me eventually going to uni. Like the place I was in, bro, I wouldn't wish that place on my worst enemy. Like I literally had to use you man doing your thing, my reason why, to keep me motivated until I could get out of it. Luckily, obviously, I'm in a place now where everything's a lot better. All the things I was praying about before and wanted to happen are now happening and it's in motion. But the only thing I can say is, in that time, what you're saying was when you was down, if you can do all that stuff when you're down, imagine when you're now up.
You get.
Because bro, whilst I was down here, I built a social media platform. Whilst my head was in the gutter. So imagine now when I'm back up here, obviously all together, doing our thing. Imagine what we can achieve then. Like it's like sky's the limit, bro.
I can't lie. For me, like God's really important. Like for me, like God's really essential in my life, innit? So I think I realized that when I've been getting older, innit? I was gonna say, as also when I'm younger, it's like whatever, innit? But now I've actually realized that God's actually really important in my life right now, because it's the ones there where like I feel like you gotta have faith on God, yeah, to obviously for Him to show you obviously like your purpose. And I'm trying to say you have to pray as well and see what going, because really and truly, without Him.
And at the end of the day, yeah,
I'll be in the dumps right now.
Bro,
you always got to give God thanks, bro. I'm sorry, can't you know, but
Yeah.
you always have to give God thanks, regardless, bro.
Yeah,
Like you might be in the
100%.
dumps, but bro, there's worse man out there, bro. And that's what I always think, and I think that's what actually makes me like, I don't know, lift up my head above the water. If that makes sense. I'm trying to say.
Because you're appreciating what you have in the
That's-
moment, even though it's not everything you want. It's enough to
Exactly.
to sustain you.
That's what I'm trying to say, and that's what I'm saying. You have to have faith in God and always be like, what to call it? You gotta think about. For me, I think about other people as well. There's worse people than me right now, and I'm trying to say they're probably going through shit. Like there's homeless people out there, this and that. I still got a roof in my head. But I'm crying over
You gotta be grateful for what you got.
and I'm crying over because I don't know.
You didn't get-
My
you didn't get-
childhood- stain on my
that's it.
childhood.
Because you didn't get the link for the day party.
Huh? What?
You didn't get the link for the day
You
party.
get the link. So you didn't get the call up.
What you were saying about having faith, yeah. Like I'm thinking, just gotta have faith to persevere through the tough times. If you don't have that faith in yourself to say I'm gonna bounce back, you're not gonna bounce back. You need to persevere through them tough times to then bounce back.
Can I ask you something? So obviously, not even ask you something. You see how Cameron was saying like you gotta pray and whatnot. Like at the end of the day, God's not just gonna give it to you on a platter.
Of course.
No.
He's
It's hard work
You
and
wanna ask
faith
for
together.
strength.
You gotta prove it.
What?
You
You'll
gotta
put
work
20
for it.
man for you to fight. So when you get to the 20th man, you're
Aye,
strong as hell.
wait, can I elaborate on that
Go
one?
on.
Yeah. You see that one, yeah, bro. You see when you're praying for strength or praying for knowledge or praying for wisdom,
Yeah.
God doesn't just grant those things upon you.
Yeah.
He gives you a situation where you have to you have to gain it in real life
Prove yourself.
for it to be attached to you. Do you get? Because like I'll be real, I say when I was younger, when I kicked ball, I think the man can agree, I was quite cocky in it.
Quite.
I was very cocky in it, and I wasn't like even I haven't even signed the pro at this time.
Your attendance showed how cocky you was, mate.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, innit?
Hey.
So I feel like I wanted to, like within myself, there were certain things I wanted to change in it, but I didn't know how I was gonna change it. And I say, even though I got injured and it was very tough, the things that I wanted to gain through being injured, I gained a lot of them. Yeah. So it was a testament of what I needed to gain to be a better person. I had to go
You
through
can just
certain
look at it
things.
as like God humbled you, bro.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, like,
But sometimes you
being
need
cocky.
humbling to go further.
Facts.
Literally, because certain rooms I've been in, if I was cocky, I wouldn't survive in those rooms.
Yeah.
It's only because now I've been humbled and I can understand and talk about certain experiences and that have more empathy and understand certain things a bit more, that I'm in the rooms and thriving, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I definitely join you. I've been humbled. Safe.
I'm sure.
Bro, being humbled is the best thing that can happen to you.
Yeah.
As bad as it sounds, everyone needs to be humbled.
You actually get to reflect, but it's like bang in your face. Like,
Literally.
It's a big bang.
you get
It's a
it?
bro.
Sword jaw.
Like Camz punches, fam.
Yeah.
Oh shit! No word. That's what I'm saying. One of my head still. Oh shit!
I know, that's what I'm saying, fam. Because even, bro, you know the point where I got the my surgery for my knee, bro. Do you know how hard it was seeing you man outside, and all I could do is stay in bed, bro?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I thank God the World Cup was on. I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah, I remember you was, bro.
I was banging out the World Cup. I watched every single game of the
This
World
guy
Cup.
was homebound.
Bet 365.
Bro, I watched every single game, bro, because there was nothing else for me to do. Like, I couldn't step outside,
But
nothing.
sorry, but that helped you, know. Like
It did, because I had time to reflect
That's
and
what a tough
think
period
about
for
how
you,
to do
it's
things.
tough. It's a tough period for you, but because you want to be a footballer and you're watching football 24/7. I mean, at least
Yeah, I fell back in love with it, because I'll be real, when I was injured, I stopped watching ball.
You know what's funny?
I stopped paying
I agree with
attention.
you. 'Cause when I
couldn't
started,
watch it.
yeah, because when I started uni, that's when I hurt my knee, and I was like, nah, what's the point? I'm gonna keep it with the man. Them, like, I'm still injured. Like, what's the point of me playing football? Like, I don't care anymore. But then, just one thing is like, is when you had your surgery, and I'm seeing he just came back from a major surgery and he's still kicking ball. Yeah. You're kicking ball. Like, you talk about kicking ball. Everyone still mentions ball, like, in everything. So it's like the man must still mentioning it. Like,
you've got to try. You've got to put effort.
But then, just from what you're saying, yeah, do you think it's important to have like good people around you, essentially? You know,
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
If you didn't have that good people around you, more time, oh shit. If you have that good people around you, would you have thought of that? That makes sense.
Nah. I probably would have followed the people in uni and look at what they're doing, and just followed that crowd. Yeah. And like forget about the people that I was actually been with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A lot of people do that. A lot of people forget where they came from when they're at uni, and then they follow the people that they meet at uni. But like, as people say, they're just for a season. These people been here for your life.
100.
And even to bounce on that as well, is like, you see when people are up as well, bro. Yeah. God has given you that, you know. Yeah?
You can take it away.
Thank you very much.
Like,
bro,
So,
trust me.
I don't like, bro. See, if anyone, the man them are up or whatever, the only thing I would say, bro,
Give God thanks.
Give God thanks.
Stay
and
humble
just
as well.
remember where you've come from.
That's
bro.
the most important thing.
Just remember where you come from. Because
Literally.
before, you had Reeboks on Reeboy. Yeah, I'm trying to say.
Bro, I look at some people like, I remember when you was down.
No,
Just because you got a bit of money or you're looking different now, don't think that's you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
Because
what I'm
I
saying.
know you.
That's what I'm saying.
I know where you came
It's
from.
an add-on, bro. It's an add-on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because
You
some people, like, they'll get up, but they don't, like, they think they're above people now.
That's what I'm saying.
You think it's
You're
a
not-
The money
hierarchy.
gets over.
Yeah,
the
you're not above anyone. Cool, you've done your thing, you're being successful. That doesn't mean you're better than anybody.
There's always someone bigger, man.
Man,
Yeah, that's what I'm
100%,
saying,
yeah.
bro. There's always someone bigger. Bro.
And the thing is,
how much
all,
peas you accumulate.
and all the money you're getting, when you're dead, that money's not going down in the grave with you, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
So talk about money, yeah. I'm sorry. I saw this thing here the other day that this billionaire, he died and he gave all his money to Neymar.
What?
Yep. In his
Neymar?
will, he sent all his money to Neymar.
I think I saw that on Insta.
Nothing to his
I
family,
ain't seen
straight to Neymar.
Do you know Neymar?
No. It's because he's Brazilian and Neymar's Brazilian. Money straight to Neymar.
Nah,
Yeah, I saw that on Insta
that's
still.
crazy. That's crazy.
But you know what is with that, yeah?
Why?
I'm just
What do you
wait.
mean?
I'm just trying to think about his thought process. Obviously, Neymar actually helps out with his community. Like back in Brazil, he actually helps out with them.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe his family, he knows his family because they were born into bread. They don't care. They don't care about the people. They just care about themselves.
So what? The man couldn't even leave
No.
go £5 or something.
No, but bro, deep, if he doesn't,
Like-
if he can see, if he knows in his head that they're not going to use it to help people, and his effect is he wants to help people, he's placed the money in someone's hands. He can,
I hear it.
He could have sent the money to a charity, to a
I hear
charity
it. But still,
if he wanted to. Because Neymar already had the millions to help the charities, but him just giving Neymar more money is really a point where he could have sent it to the charity himself. Yeah, the problem is,
has to be still.
would have been opinionated right now.
Yeah, man, peas.
No, but that's the thing.
Nah, but
We don't
Neymar's not
know.
really like a random. Obviously, like a.
Bro,
Obviously, nah. But if you think
in my
about
world, you
random,
fucking give
bro.
money to, huh?
that's random. Just give
Bro,
it to
just
Neymar.
give it to Neymar. What?
Some-
Never
Nah,
seen
he.
it.
But
No, imagine
obviously,
if it was-
Neymar's like an
imagine-
icon
wait,
innit, in Brazil, kind of.
Wait,
kind
but
of
imagine
thing, innit,
if he just spelled a name wrong and then
Oh,
ended up being Neymar and he
man.
just bust it.
Must be nice.
Imagine
I
that.
can't
bro.
like, it's your dying wish. I'll happily accept your.
Yeah, like, what is
Listen,
it?
these
What, the
stuff,
whole
man.
company, yeah?
That's what I'm saying.
But nah, but
Pounds it by 2, maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
but nah, to do with money though, like
Yeah.
cost of living is a thing, Sam.
Chai.
The cost of living.
Bro, have you seen how the bus fares are going up in like every 2 weeks?
Bro, wait. You
Buses.
see, wait, sorry.
Look at all your bills.
Wait, sorry.
Bro,
Wait, sorry. Bro, you see you TFL, yeah? You fucking teeth.
No.
You
hey,
teeth, bro.
whoa,
1 a.m., yeah? Why are you taking £10 out of my account, bro? What are you doing?
No, honestly,
10.
why doesn't it just come out straight away?
That's what I'm saying,
Man,
bro.
and the thing is saying unpaid fares.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. What do you mean?
Oh,
I tap
TFL
every
travel
day,
charge.
bro.
I tap my card, take the money there.
Bro,
and then.
that's
That's
what I'm
Every
saying.
day when I'm chilling watching Love Island, bro, I'm seeing
Ping.
what £5.75 coming out.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on, bro?
Fam,
Bro.
you'll wake
Man, them,
up
I'll be
with
real, I advise
peas.
you get a travel card, bro.
Bro,
Bro,
no,
I'm-
but
bro,
I'm chilling
get a
to
travel
it,
card.
That's
Bro,
too
what I'm
expensive,
saying-
bro.
no.
What's the spend?
No,
What I'm
but
saying-
at the end of the day,
It works out, bro.
I hear it, but
You just get
you
an
don't
Oyster card and
understand,
put money on. Just put bread on the Oyster card.
£50 a week, bro.
Huh?
You don't understand.
Oh,
what I mean.
to get to work. and like just get
£50 a week.
£50 a week, brother.
So to work and back home 5 days a week.
Is that a travel card though? Is that?
Yes, it's a travel card every week, bro. £50 a week, bro.
Okay,
Yeah,
but no,
same.
funny. That's cheaper.
Two
That'll be
bills,
cheaper than your actual bank card.
Because bro, deeper. If I'm getting the 7 days in a week, if I'm getting charged £10 a day,
Bro,
Yeah.
I've been
I'll take that.
Tier 4.
It's like
No,
I
that's-
swear it's like
see how much I
Okay,
spent.
no, but it's
Oh,
Bro, I
175 on the bus.
see
I would take that
Yeah.
with your
Oh,
card
yeah.
over than spending money on my card.
No, but you need to understand with your card, they charge you the premium rate.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you can have the standard rate, but once you tap your bank card, it goes it's
even on
automatic
trains, it's
premium
definitely more
rate.
expensive.
It costs more.
yeah,
still.
if you use
It
Oz
costs
card,
more
it's
with
more.
Apple Pay than your actual bank card. I've clocked it. If you tap your card itself, it will take the money straight quicker than with Apple Pay.
Is it?
I've clocked it. Yeah.
I had to get
Let's
Oyster
see
card.
how much
still.
how much please
I was
on
on it,
transport.
But
Can
nah,
you
G.
check?
How much is it?
Can you check please on transport?
Fuck it.
It should just be there, fam.
I like travel fees, bro.
Don't lie. Oh, you're Monzo.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, it should be there. It should be on expenses.
man.
Bro,
Looking
just check Google, bro.
Go on home.
Huh?
Just check Google and see what it says, bro.
I want to see up. Yo, Jaden, is it Brennan that account?
Who's it?
Is it
Man,
Brennan?
trying to draw right now.
No, I can't lie.
Never no peas in there, G.
Carl, I'm seeing like 9K, bro.
Same bugs.
Yeah, 9K, yeah. Bro, I'm actually trying to find it. I'm sure I spent racks.
But either way, because
just
you're
let
gonna
me
be
go
there. You're gonna be
right.
there.
You're
all
gonna
day.
be there for time store, but either way, yeah.
Raccoon.
Other way, cost of living is peak, fam.
Yeah,
It's
but
food.
do you know why it doesn't make sense to me? Yeah, because literally everything is going up, apart from the pay that you're paying the staff
Yeah,
to
word.
operate these things. Like you're making the service cost more, but you're not paying the staff more. That doesn't make. Obviously, I understand as a business owner trying to scale the business, you want to get more bread. But brother, there needs to be a point in time where people need to be compensated, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
I can't lie.
Bro,
It's
sorry.
Go on.
McDonald's apple pie £2.
Oh, I saved.
What? £2,
Bro,
bro.
a double
£1.99.
cheeseburger is not allowed
That
£2,
shit,
fam.
double
Bro, I can't lie. I ain't made McDonald's in a
Oh
while,
my
bro.
gosh,
£2.
bro.
Nah, G.
Bro, it's
I
peak,
didn't even know
fam.
what the price was before.
And
What's the
Fam, you know,
price
the
before?
99p cheeseburger.
It started off at
99p.
89. It started off at 89p.
Yeah.
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 Cause I remember that.
Yeah.
Bro, the cheeseburger was 99p cheeseburger. That was a nice saying, 99p. £1.19 now.
Big man. And you know it's fucked though, bro. Obviously, yeah. The man don't know I got sweet tooth for that, bro. Yeah. Man say £1.25. I'm thinking, fuck.
Like Harry
No, it is
Balls,
though.
bro.
I'm used to it already now. It's peak.
It's
It's back
peak.
to 7. I'm used to it now. Like, it's
But the
just
thing is,
£1.25.
why is
Alright,
that extra 25p there for?
I don't think we've got no choice. So
That's
like,
true.
of course we're gonna get used to it, and it's
That's
gonna
how I
be-
feel right
gonna
now, it's
become a
peak,
regular
bro.
thing.
And you know what? I was like, I don't know. We were like everything like work, life, and this. People like us try to balance like going work, paying for goods, paying for like events to go to.
Yeah, bro.
That all when that all accumulates, fam. The amount of money you spend a year.
Bro.
And don't forget the Ubers now.
At the end of the day, yeah, when you're working, like this is why, like especially like some of the people, older heads that I kind of speak to, they'll advise you like, yeah, 9 to 5 is great, but they'll work you till you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they'll
So
get a
that's why
new
you
one.
just need to use that amount of time, that jug, to
find
obviously
something to-
find
yeah.
something. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I'm real with you, fam. Any man that's like working in London, whatever, or UK, whatever, you're not living, bro. I'll be real, we're not
Surviving.
living. G.
You're
We're
surviving, bro.
Surviving.
Surviving.
We're not living, G.
Community had this conversation the other day. From when I get paid, I don't even see them. I'm the
bro.
last to see the money.
I swear down.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
gonna
I'm
wait.
working. It's like I'm working, yeah, for other people. I swear down.
I'm gonna tell you myself in a letter in the
Dumb.
book here. It was Rich Dad Poor Dad. He said pay yourself first. And when he said it, yeah, I didn't understand what he meant. But we were trying to explain, yeah, always invest into yourself first before you pay anybody else in it. So before, obviously I'm not saying don't pay your bills. Pay your bills, but if you can defer it to invest into yourself, to set up a system that will make you money back, that will then pay for the bills, and is a system that's going to keep generating money, do that first. Pay yourself first.
Yeah.
Like invest into you first, because at the end of the day, when you invest into yourself first, like, well, obviously, if right, I lost my point, you know. Actually,
Nah,
no,
bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, man.
No, cool.
Catch it, catch it,
Wait,
catch it, catch it.
Yes, so much facts.
No, no,
Mums, I was listening, fam.
because what he said in the book here is, when he pays himself first, because he's paid himself first, because there are actually people on him asking for their bread, like the tax people asking for their bills, he's under more pressure to actually make money. If he pays them first and he has no peas, he has to motivate himself basically, which he said is a lot harder to do.
Yeah.
But if you pay yourself first, and you've got tax people messaging you, your bank's telling you you owe bread, you're gonna figure out a way, some way, how to get more bread. You get to pay for it. Do you get?
100.
Obviously,
Some people
hopefully you
don't,
have
bro.
that trait. But that's what I'm saying. Obviously, hopefully you have that trait within you to pattern it, because not everyone does. But he had that trait in it, and that's what allowed him to find different ways to make bread.
Alright, cool. And where was he from? Like, not country-wise, like where do you live? Like, do you know?
He was in America.
Yeah,
America?
States, yeah.
Cool. Compared to, well, that really my point in it. What I was gonna say, yeah, I feel like everyone outside the UK, bro, you can live.
Yeah.
Not everyone.
No.
No.
Okay, not everyone.
Cool.
Bro, in America, if you're poor, you know.
But I hear it. But
Like,
bro,
being poor in the UK,
Okay,
you still
sorry.
get certain,
the
certain
UK, bro.
things.
Finish. Okay, cool. With Americans, yeah, that I've clocked, because they have to pay for healthcare, they have to make an abundance of money to know that if I get sick, I got this.
Yeah, bro.
But in that sense, they have more money than us, because we already have everything paid for us. Well, not technically.
Taxpayers.
Yeah. We pay the tax. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the money we get, we're not using. The money they make over there, they can use the money on themselves and enjoy the money, whereas we can't really enjoy our
I
money.
just feel like for me to realize that at 21 years old, bro, that a man is surviving in the UK, yeah, bro, it's that's sad, bro. That's actually honestly
That's
sad,
why there's a
fam.
lot of people that's like moving out the UK,
But that's it.
living in
bro.
different countries
You have
because,
to.
bro, it's cheaper to.
You have to.
Cheaper
Well,
to
on
live in
TikTok,
it. Like,
I've been seeing people going to Dubai, the networking. And
Yeah.
But you know what is with Dubai, yeah? One of my friends,
Tax-free, bro.
no, not even just that. One of my friends, she lives in Dubai, yeah? Her company paid for half her rent,
Oh, yeah,
and they gave her a free, bro, this, not to bait you out,
Was
innit?
that like a perk? Or
I think it might be a perk, yeah, but not even to violate her, in case she watches, innit? But she's crashed her car like 6 times, bro.
yeah, same.
And they've just given her new ones, bro.
Yeah, man.
Bro, and these are not like dead whips. These are leng whips, and she has a chauffeur, bro.
Yeah.
6 times, and she's just been patting new whips, bro.
Keep making that money, girl.
Oh,
Keep making her money, fam.
She's doing her thing though. She's doing her thing. She's in real estate,
Let
innit?
me
But
have
it's,
five,
it's
though.
crazy,
Like real estate over there,
bro. It's mad
it's
because
crazy.
they've got bare stuff, but not a lot of population.
Mm-hmm.
It's mad.
Like that's why they're paying for people to come over, because they're trying to populate it.
It's not saying that hurts though. But yeah, man, I just feel like, bro, for me to realize that as 21 years old, yeah, that me living in the UK is not it, bro. It's actually
not,
not
bro.
it. It shouldn't be like this, bro.
Do you think there's a point of obviously everyone budgets here, but do you think, like, obviously due to the cost of living and whatnot, budgeting is like a thing where people are not really that disciplined in? Do you get?
Yeah, they're not.
To the
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
Wait,
Yeah.
can I say this?
Go on.
They're not, but it's not. It isn't their fault. Because deeper, we were in school, in the school system,
That's what I was gonna say.
from 1 to 18.
yeah,
Bro, these men never taught you how to make
that's
money.
what I'm
But
saying.
there's a reason they didn't.
school's a scam.
If
you
if
said
they
in the last episode,
Huh?
you said in the last episode.
Yeah, bro, if they taught you how to understand your money, the economy wouldn't work,
Yeah.
because you would know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Because right now you just get charged with all these excess fees. They don't tell you what it means. Do you
No,
get?
word.
No, I understand.
It's mad. It's actually mad. I'm showing you. Like, I've realized at 21, a man needs to be that you could go. At 21, I know that I'm literally surviving in the UK, basically. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not living, bro. Like, I get my P's, yeah.
Sorry,
Oh,
I remember now.
but that kind of
Talking
just that motivates us to just even push
I hear it, but bro,
to work even harder.
how
innit? But-
much?
How much harder
bro?
can
Yeah, I
I
know.
work?
That's what I
That's
hear.
what I'm
I
saying.
hear what you
No,
man saying.
no.
Still, like,
But wait, what Naj was saying about budgeting here, they haven't taught you, but I'm gonna give you man a gem in it. Everyone that works here, you can budget. It's 25. The rule is 25, 25, 25, where you can do 30, 30, 30. I have one in it, but basically you need 4 different types of cards in it. You can have a credit card that you pay off, and don't go over like 75% use on the card in it, so that they can see that you know how to pay. You have bread to pay back in it. That will help your credit go up. And then with the 4 bank cards, they basically have different roles in it. So one of them is the one where all the income comes in, that covers all the expenses. The other ones, you put money into that for savings. Then the other one is for investments. And then the other one is for, you can just do anything with that you can just go outside with that in it. When I was, as I'm working, being able to have that set up, like the way I set up my account, the bread will come in, it will literally just distribute.
Yeah.
Like a midfielder. It will just play the ball out to each card.
So, for the F man now, yeah,
Yeah.
how's that gonna help them?
They can do the same thing.
Oh, well, what God?
Let me work hard.
Let me think. Obviously, no, but if you do F, just get a job on the side. Just
Oh yeah, true.
Just get a job on the side.
Listen, if you're doing F and you're actually accumulating
no, but
X
you know what?
amount of money,
That don't belong to them.
your job is not catching up to that.
That's not fair.
No, but I hear, but what I'm trying to say is that, bro, if you're doing F here, use the F money for all the lifestyle stuff, but you can't cop a crib with F money. Bro, my sister grabbed the yard here. The process she went through, bro, these men do so much checks on you. If that paper trail is not coming back crystal clear for where this investment has come from, bro, you're not getting the crib.
Like, bro,
You're not getting it, bro.
making money legit is the best way, innit?
Yeah.
Literally, bro. Like,
Yeah, but to go back on your point, we were talking about the 30 and obviously the 25 thing,
Yeah.
But I feel like that can work in certain places. That makes sense. Like you see here, the UK is based on credit. It's not about you can have I can have bare cash. I'm not trying to say it, but it's not about that. You need credit. And if your credit's
you
not
need a good credit score.
But that's why I gave the example of how to improve your credit.
That's what I'm trying to say. So if your credit's not good, you can't
peak.
buy a yard. You might have, let's say you have 200,000 racks. Doesn't matter.
No. You can't. No. You can buy the yard, but you're not gonna get a good loan, or your APR is not gonna be good on it. Like if your credit is bad, your APR is gonna be mad high. So basically, the one time, anytime you miss a payment, the amount extra they're gonna add on to that payment is gonna be so crazy. Like it's gonna be peak. And even if you're trying to pattern a car, your insurance is going to be sky high because they don't trust that you're gonna give them this bread. Do you get? Once they trust that you can give them bread, they're more likely to give you more bread. Bro, there could be two guys that both are millionaires. One has good credit, one has bad credit. If one of them goes, I want a loan of $1 million, the one with good credit's gonna get it. The one with bad credit is not gonna get it, bro. Regardless of if he has the bread to give it back or not, they're not gonna give it to him. Because your history says you don't pay money back.
Yeah, true.
And money makes the world go round.
Yeah.
And if there ain't no bread, there ain't no honeys, there's no bee, there's no food, there's no none.
The
money makes the girls green.
Yes.
But with that being said, we'll bounce back.
Yeah.
We'll bounce back from the cost of living with the high prices.
Nah, we will still.
Amen.
Yeah.
just stay grinding.
Stay grinding, man.
Obviously,
Stay on your grind.
make sure
Stay on your
you
grind.
follow us on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Insta,
All our socials gonna be down there.
Yeah. If you want to shout us out, put the hashtag Wild West Podcast. We'll see it. We'll see. You man said you wanted dilemmas.
Hashtag speaking from the heart.
wait, but you man said, you man said you wanted dilemmas, yeah? If you don't send it in, how you gonna do dilemmas?
Come on, man.
Yeah, so send it in and then we'll get that sorted, innit? We've been Wild
Don't be
West.
shy.
You've been Wild West.
Love.
Love, love,
Out.
love, love, love.